Hey everybody, it's me again. I don't know about you, but I have had a ton of fun with this Girl Scout traditions. I have created a flag. I've gone on a scavenger hunt with my neighbors. I've helped my parents do extra chores. I learned about who Juliette Low was and some of the things that she used to do. Well, guess what? Our last requirement of this badge, Juliette is back! That's right, I brought Juliette Gordon Low back. She's going to tell us about how Girl Scouting was a little different in her time versus how it is today, okay? So Juliette, my friend, I want you to take it away and tell us some more stories.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miss Juliette Gordon Low, and I am the founder of the Girl Scouts. And today I am here to help you earn number 5 of the Girl Scout Traditions badge. Now, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about Girl Scouts and how it started. So, Girl Scouts started back on March 12th in the year of 1912 in Savannah, Georgia. That day, I started out with 18 girls and 3 adults. Now, many of you might know my name as Miss Daisy because that is my nickname that my uncle gave me. He called me that because when I was born, he said I was soft as a daisy's petal. However, my niece, her name is Daisy, and Daisy was the very first Girl Scout. So remember, I am the founder, but my niece Daisy was the first Girl Scout. Now, when I asked her to be a Girl Scout and I told her I had signed her up, she was not one bit happy about that. But I told her about the things that we was going to be doing. Because back in my day, young ladies, they stayed in the home and they did things like cooking and they did things like crocheting and knitting and needlepoint and those sorts of things. But we was going to go outside and we was going to have some fun. I told her that we was going to go out in the woods and we was going to go a-hiking and we was going to go a-camping and we was going to learn to tie knots. But we was also going to learn how to play basketball. And she just loved that. So then she was very excited to be our very first Girl Scout. Now, badges back in that day, too, they looked a lot different than how they look today. Most of them was on white felt, and they had blue thread running through them. So the pictures was a blue thread, and the reason was because that matched the uniforms. Now, we kept adding badges, and of course, things have changed a whole big bunch since back then. Now, 2 of the badges, though, that didn't look like that, it was the ambulance badge and the Red Cross badge. And of course, the Red Cross badge, as you can imagine, it was red thread on white felt. Now, some other things about Girl Scouts. When I started Girl Scouts, I got the idea from my friend, Lord Baton Powell, who was the founder of the Boy Scouts. And I had gone over there to visit him, and I saw what he was doing, and I thought, well, my goodness, a girl can do this. So I brought it back to Savannah. And on the day that I started, I said, I have something for all of the girls of Savannah and all of the girls of America. And it starts tonight. And that's how it started, young ladies. Now, Girl Scouts grew very quickly because word spread of what a great time we was all having. And so when I would want to find a leader, I would go up to a prominent woman, someone that I might know, and if I was walking down the street, and I would say, well, Miss Flo, you was going to be the next Girl Scout leader. And she said, well, Miss Daisy, I sure am. And she became the next Girl Scout leader. Now, I had to have money for my girls, right? So y'all know that I had to sell my set of pearls. And that's how I got money to start my organization. Now, the very first Girl Scout, of course, was in Savannah, but our national office, we moved to Washington, D.C. Then, after that, it now sits in New York City. So, all of the girls in America that are Girl Scouts, right? That is where we all filter into. Now, we are also part of a world organization with WAGs. and that is called the World Organization of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Now, many of you might also know that back in 1912, I did call us Girl Guides, but in 1913, I changed that name to the Girl Scouts. So remember, there's a little bit of a time difference. There's a year from the Girl Guides to the Girl Scouts. Now, to also help finish this badge, I would like for you to call up your grandma or ask your mama or ask your aunt or someone else, adult that you might know that used to be a Girl Scout, and ask them how things was different when they was a Girl Scout versus what it is today. For an example, like I said, we didn't used to have computers and cell phones and those sorts of things, and maybe they didn't either. So what did they do as a Girl Scout? So thank you and good luck in earning your Girl Scout Traditions badge. Bye-bye.